It's a rough crowd. It's a rough crowd. But I agree with so many of you guys too, and your passion. Your passion is so important. And thank you for allowing us to be up here and do this thing called iron sharpening iron. Biblical.
Amen.
We sharpen each other.
Yes.
We might call it offensive. You offended me. I've never been offended in my life, ever. I have never said that term. You offended me, ever. So let's let the iron sharpen the iron as long as it's true and not personally damning, okay? With that said, I have a radio show on at Saturday from 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock on KWEL AM 1070 and FM 101.7.
That was nicely done.
I won't tell you where I got that voice from, but I think we all know. Anyway, I had to add a little levity here because we need a little laughing every now and then. And God knows people know that I have a little bit of a problem being shy. So, I'm here to talk about the bond, the Midland College bond, and I'm a man of numbers. Okay, I came to Midland, Texas, with $20 in my pocket and a Volkswagen Bug that was on 3 cylinders. 1969. Already, we're getting great numbers. There are 6,059 students in Midland College. 2,424 are dual credit. That means they never get on the college for the most part. They never get on the college, which leaves 3,635 students. 1,412 students were enrolled exclusively online of the 3,635 students, which leaves between 1,800 and 2,240, depending on who you're listening to. I'm going to give you both numbers on that. So, 27% of all the students at Midland College are full-time students. 73 are part-time. How are the numbers going so far? That means we have between 486 and 604 full-time students at Midland College. Okay?
Wow.
There are between 1,160 and 1,440 part-time students. There are over 500 employees at Midland College. 53% of them are full-time. That means, this is crazy. So that means between 8 and 12 students for every employee at Midland College. The state average is 25 to 1. The trend is moving towards learning online. Okay, it's moving on towards online learning. I don't like it. I have 5 degrees. None of it was online. I don't think I could handle it. And I don't say that to say anything other than I like school. Okay? Most of our medically related graduates in Midland and Odessa get the heck out of here as soon as they graduate. There's nothing to keep them here.
Correct.
All you have to do is look at the Texas Tech medical residents. They leave as soon as they go through their residency. The nursing program, bam. The PTA program over in Odessa, gone. Nobody stays. Where are you going to find people to do these things? And you know people leave Midland, Texas because of the airport parking that we have. This is another number that's really, no, listen, this is a great idea here. We have 3,000 parking spaces at Midland, MAF. 3,000. We have 5 gates that are functional, which makes it 600 parking spots per gate. At Dallas-Fort Worth, which is, I found out was the largest parking spaces than almost any other airport, 40,000 parking spaces for 171 gates, which averages out to 233 parking spots per gate. Okay. So we have Dallas-Fort Worth, the largest airport, one of the largest airports, and they have 233 parking spots per gate. We have 600 parking spots per gate. That means that as a small airport, there are people parking in our airport. And the reason why they're parking in our airport, all you have to do is go look for all the white trucks with the little tentacle up in the air, and they leave Midland, Odessa. They leave here. They don't come, they don't live here. They don't live here at all. They leave here, go back home, and come back after 10 days or a week. Okay? That's why we have a large parking lot. It's not because everybody's using the airport. These are amazing numbers, which not only says we have other problems here, okay, which some of y'all have addressed, but this is to say that Midland College, people don't stick around after they get their degree, or especially if it's a professional degree. They will, who in their right mind in the oil field is going to go ahead and work and teach at Midland College? You know, I'm going to go ahead and leave my $200,000 job for $35,000 plus good benefits to teach somebody how to weld. I'm going to leave my physical therapy practice and go teach somebody anatomy, which I did teach anatomy at Midland College, OC, and UT-PB. But with that said, where are you going to find the professionals to take a pay cut to go teach these people? You're not going to find them. I'm sorry. You're not going to find these people. And if you do find these people, the very, very little people that will graduate in these places, the medical people are going to leave. But the oil field people will leave, but they'll be back every 2 weeks. Okay? We talked about such little people as, what was the number? I'm sorry. Okay. It was 1,800 to 2,240, and they want to have a building big enough for 10,000 students. That is not only insane, but crazy.
Yes.
Criminal. Wasteful.
So we need to look at this, and we need to examine everything that our government does for us here. God knows these people have seen me a couple of times before, and I'm sorry. But I believe as a steward to my patients, our city needs to be a steward to us. And that's a capital S, not a small s.
Amen.
Now, real quick, I'm almost done. Also, you know that people in the oil field come here, they throw bags around and they leave. They go back home to their beautiful homes somewhere else where it's cheaper to live. You know, I got here, I was going to stay 1 year and that was 34 years ago, and I love Midland, Texas. I came here as a kid, 5-year-old kid, and I love Midland, Texas. I love Midlanders. I love even people in Odessa. Is that true? And they're not much different than us. I promise you. They don't have horns or anything. Anyway, also, we don't know how much this money. By the way, every single room that they build in this new school is $250,000. That's what it averages out to. Also, how much of that money is going to go to diversity, equity, and inclusion? That's another problem. Okay? These people are making a legacy for themselves. They're not making a legacy for Midland. We already screwed up with one legacy issue. Okay? So let's not screw up with this legacy. And again, I'm okay with hurting people's feelings as long as it's done lovingly, and as long as it is a iron sharpening iron. And I have never been offended in my entire life. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments.